Very good morning, students, and Jai Hind. I am Adesh with my subject accountancy. Chapter 3rd, Theory Base of Accounting, Accounting Standards and Indian Accounting Standard. Till now we have completed in this chapter Theory Base of Accounting and Accounting Standard, and today we are going to learn the Indian Accounting Standard, how they are different, how these accounting standards are different from the International Accounting Standard and the IFRS. Okay, so before starting the topic, students, I hope you all are fine at your home. So stay home, be healthy, and be safe. Okay, so students, now we are going to start our topic, Indian Accounting Standard. What are Indian accounting standards? So first we are going to discuss the meaning of Indian accounting standard. So Indian accounting standard are said these are based on principles of accounting. Different 11 principles we learn in this chapter. So all those principles will include in Indian accounting standard, and these Indian accounting standards are followed according to the Indian Company Act 19 2013. Sorry, earlier the Company Act 1956 was followed, but there was reform in Company Act 1956. Now the new Company Act is formed, that is Company Act 2013. So Company Act 2013 Schedule 3rd based principles of accounting are followed, and these principles prepare our accounting standards. So Indian accounting standards are based on principles of accounting, and these principles are followed in Indian Company Act 2013. Is it clear? What are the companies will include in Company Act 2013 and Indian accounting standard also. Okay, so not waste of much of time. So we are going to learn the meaning of Indian accounting standard. So according to this, Indian accounting standard are a set of accounting standards okay. Indian accounting standard are a set of accounting standards. Many accounting standards are there, and these accounting standards are prepared a set, that is Indian accounting standard. Notified under the Companies Act. Companies Act 2013, that converts with international financial reporting standards, that is IFRS. Indian accounting standard are a set of accounting standard notified under the Companies Act 2013 that converts with International Financing Reporting Standard. Okay, so Indian accounting standards are prepared separately from the IFRS also, and it is notified under the Companies Act 2013. Okay, so now Indian accounting standard are based on sound and clearly stated principles and therefore Indian accounting standards are said to be principle based accounting standards. Is it clear, student? Indian accounting standards are based on sound and clearly stated principles. Okay, it is Indian accounting standards are principle based. Therefore, Indian accounting standards are said to be principle based accounting standard. Is it clear? So these things tell us that our accounting standard or Indian accounting standard are based on principles. Whatever the principle we follow in our accounting. So students, how Indian accounting standards are related to the Company Act 2013, and what are the companies notified that will follow the accounting standard, and what are the companies comes under according to Company Act 2013 and they will follow the accounting standards. So some of the accounting standard, some of the companies are notified which are comes under the Indian accounting standard under the Company Act 2013. Okay, so Indian accounting standard are notified under the Companies Act 2013 and are applicable to companies. Okay, so what are the companies will comes under the Company Act 2013 and they will follow the Indian accounting standard. So first one, listed on the stock exchange in India. Okay, this company must be listed in Stock Exchange of India, in stock exchange in India, any of the stock exchange. That company will follow the Company Act 2013 and Indian Accounting Standard 2. Second, having net worth of rupees 250 crores. 250 crores or more. And third one is their holding subsidiary associate and joint venture companies. Holding a company, that company has purchased another company, and that is the holding company. That company has purchased the another company, that will be the holding company. Subsidiary company, जो कंपनी ऑलरेडी सेल हो चुकी है, किसी कंपनी ने उस कंपनी को ख़रीदा हुआ है, so जो कंपनी सोल्ड है दैट इज़ द सब्सिडरी कंपनी, and that company is run and operated by the another company, so that is the subsidiary company. We can say holding company ने किसी कंपनी को ख़रीदा है, that company will be the subsidiary, and holding company जिसने ख़रीदा है, so that will be the holding company, and subsidiary जो कंपनी सेल हुई है. Okay, associate and joint venture companies are also will include in Company Act 2013. Okay, so now what are the basically difference are there in between the Indian accounting standard and the accounting standard which comes under the IFRS? So basically we can say how the Indian accounting standards are different from the IFRS or international accounting standard. So now we are going to doing the difference in between the Indian accounting standard and accounting standards or international accounting standard. And difference between Indian accounting standard and accounting standard. How the Indian accounting standard are different from the accounting standards. So first difference is Indian accounting standard are principle based, while accounting standards, we can say, for international accounting standard, accounting standards are rule based. Okay, in last class we learned how the IFRS is different from the accounting standard, and now how Indian accounting standard are different from the accounting standard. So here Indian accounting standard are based of principle. So these are principle based accounting standard. Okay, but accounting standard are rule based. This is the difference. They can prepare their own rule regulations, but in our accounting standard the principles are followed, which 11 principles we learned in this chapter. Next one, second, Indian accounting standards involve fair value, concept. Okay, different 5 values we learned in last video: historical cost, current cost, present cost, realizable cost or realizable value, and the fair value. Okay, so now we are discussing about the fair value. So Indian accounting standards involve fair value concept, while accounting standard are based on historical cost concept. It is clear. So all you know about the fair value and the historical cost value. Indian accounting standards, the cost concept and accounting standards are based on historical cost concept. Historical cost concept say when the depreciation is subtracted and then the value of a particular assets is recorded in the books or in the balance sheet. But the fair value say at which value or according to market value what the actual value of that asset should be. Okay, so now there are two differences in between the international accounting standard and the accounting standards. So students, one more concept we have related to the Indian accounting standard, that are assumptions which are included in Indian accounting standard. So now we having some assumptions of Indian accounting standards. Assumptions in Indian accounting standards. So what are the assumptions are there? In this chapter we learn the assumptions of IFRS. So there were four assumptions of International Financing Reporting Standard. But today Indian accounting standard cover only two assumptions. Okay, Indian accounting standards cover only two assumptions. First one is going concern assumptions and second is accrual assumptions. So what are actually there in the going concern assumptions and the accrual assumptions? So first one is going concern assumption. What going concern assumptions say? Going concern assumptions say if a business is started, so the business will run for the infinite time period. Okay, so when a business started, so that business is started for that purpose, the business will run for the infinity period of time. Okay, it means अगर बिज़नेस स्टार्ट किया जा रहा है तो वो उस कंसर्न से किया जा रहा है कि उसको हम बंद नहीं करने वाले. इट मीन्स ये हमारा इन्फिनिट टाइम ऑफ पीरियड के लिए कंटिन्यू ऑपरेट होगा. सो दिस assumption से it is assumed that the life of the business is infinite. Okay, there will be no time limit. It till which time it will operate in a market. So the business started for that purpose. It will run for the infinite time period. So second assumption is accrual. Accrual assumption say all transactions are not possible in business, so those transactions will be due in cash or bank. Some credit transactions are also will be there in the business, otherwise the business will face many problems. For example, receiving the goods of as a raw material and to sold their goods to the customers. So all the transactions are not possible to do in cash. सो एक्रूअल assumption से कि हमारी सभी ट्रांजेक्शन्स कैश पर बेस नहीं हो सकती, कुछ ट्रांजेक्शन्स हैं हमारी जो क्रेडिट पर भी बेस्ड होंगी. इट मीन्स अगर कोई ट्रांजेक्शन हम आज कर रहे हैं तो वो ज़रूरी नहीं कि उसका सेटलमेंट आज ही हो, वो सेटलमेंट इन फ्यूचर कभी भी हो सकता है. इन करंट ईयर में भी हो सकता है, नेक्स्ट ईयर में भी हो सकता है, नेक्स्ट टू नेक्स्ट ईयर में भी हो सकता है. So it means our accounting standard, Indian accounting standards are based on accrual assumptions also. So the transactions are recorded in the books of account on accrual basis is that as and when they occur and not when the settlement of transactions takes place. Okay, it is not compulsory only when the transaction will settle, so then they have to record. No, when the transactions are occurred, so at that time they are recorded. So two assumptions are there. First one is going concern assumption. It is assumed that the life of business is infinite. It is not fixed. कंटिन्यू ऑपरेट होता रहेगा जब तक उसकी लाइफ टाइम है और उसका कोई लाइफ टाइम फिक्स नहीं हुआ है वहाँ पर. एंड सेकंड वन इज एक्रूअल assumptions. द ट्रांजेक्शन्स आर रिकॉर्डेड इन द बुक ऑफ अकाउंट्स ऑन एक्रूअल बेसिस. मीन्स व्हेन दे अकर्ड, ओके, जब वो ट्रांजेक्शन्स हुई हैं, एंड नोट व्हेन द सेटलमेंट ऑफ ट्रांजेक्शन्स टेक प्लेस. उनका सेटलमेंट जब हुआ है तब का नहीं, जब वो ट्रांजेक्शन्स हुई हैं then they will record it. At that time they will record it in the books of account. So next on, and the last concept of our Indian accounting standards are what are the financial statements are included in our Indian accounting standard. Okay, students, the last topic of this chapter, and Today we will cover this chapter and we will complete this chapter. So the next topic is Indian accounting standard based financial statement. So let's see the Indian accounting standard based financial statement, how we prepare. Indian accounting standard based financial statement. According to Indian accounting standard, how the financial statements are prepared in our account. So first one is statement a statement of financial position. Basically what the covered under the financial position. So financial position say the balance sheet of a company. So balance sheet what say? Balance sheet tell us the financial positions of the business according to the assets, liabilities and the capital of a business. So under these financial positions we prepare and we show the assets of business, second liabilities of a business, and C there is capital, or we can say it is equity. These three things we show in the financial positions of the business according to Company Act 2013 or the Indian accounting standard. Second one is statement of changes in equity. Statement of changes in equity. Statement of changes in equity. Change in equity means show the there is change in equity, that is residual interest in the assets of the enterprises. That means according to the enterprises in which the interest is showing or the residual interest is showing in the assets of the business enterprises. Okay, so what the actual value of the business is having in the residual assets or residual interest, residual values of the assets are still left after deducting the liabilities of the business. So we can say it is equal to total assets minus total liabilities. Is it clear? So स्टेटमेंट ऑफ चेंजेस इन इक्विटी, इक्विटी में चेंजेस अगर हमें आइडेंटिफाई करने हैं, फाइंड करने हैं, सो देन वी हैव टू फाइंड आर equities value according to the assets minus liabilities. And the third statement of comprehensive income. Comprehensive income say what is the actual income a business enterprises has earned, or we can say this is the financial position, financial performance. Okay, it is tell us the financial performance of the business. Under this, two things will include. First one is revenue, what is the total revenue a business enterprises has earned, and then we're subtracting the expenses, what are the expenses are there in this business organization. And next one is statement of cash flow. Okay, according to the financial statement of the in Indian accounting standard, we check the cash flow, what is the cash inflow and what is the cash outflow. For that we prepare the cash flow statement. And next one is, and the last one is notes and significant accounting policies. Okay, what are the policies are prepared to prepare the financial statement, and those notes and the significant account policies will apply to prepare the financial statement according to Indian accounting standard. Okay students, so these are the things which is comes under the Indian accounting standard, and today we will learn. So thank you for today. Our chapter is completed. Next we will start the next chapter in next video. Okay, thank you for today. Thank you.